Welcome to Fan Doosra, your post-Stumps show. The play has just minutes ago, seconds ago, ended, and we're bringing you the fans show right here with Bharat Army, the #1 fan group for the Indian team. And actually, before we get to the cricket, we have to big up a certain medalist. Who would you like to give a shout out to? Let's let Drupad D, right? Who else does forget cricket for just a second? Who do we need to big up before we go any further?
Well, obviously Neeraj Chopra. Wonderful feat he has achieved today. A second individual to get a gold medal after Abhinav Bindra, and the first gold medal in Indian athletics for India. A brilliant feat. The whole nation is so proud. For the first time, there's a test match going on, a cricket match is going on, but nobody's scared about what Kohli is doing on the field or what India is doing. All eyes on Neeraj Chopra, and he got that gold medal. And not just Neeraj Chopra, every athlete, even Bajrang Punia, he got a bronze. And also India registered their highest ever medal tally at the Olympics, 7 medals. So brilliant day in cricket, of course, but more so at the Olympics.
For all the Desis, for all the Indians around the world who are in, we got lots that watch the show in America, in the UK, like me. What's the nation feel like, Naresh, now with the pride? With India are playing well in the cricket, we will come to that. But what's the mood like for everybody?
Oh, it's just awesome, and to see this kind of a mood, which is not related to cricket, is just amazing. You see social media, it's all over about Neeraj. But let's give it to BCCI. They are supporting these winners. They have announced a prize money for medal winners also. Yep. That's absolutely wonderful. The cricket versus other sports debate, you need to leave that aside. But I think the other sports are on a right track. It's just a wonderful day. It's just a brilliant Saturday.
Why this is so good for India? Because India is a country which is dominant in terms of cricket, and we always talk about cricket and not just focus on any other sport. But what happened today, who would have thought that a sports person who is in athletics and javelin throw, I saw his Instagram, he had below 100,000 followers. Right now, he has over 1.1 million followers on Instagram. That's what good this medal has done. We have got spotlight on javelin throw on athletes like Neeraj Chopra, and that's very good for the future of Indian athletics in the future events as well.
DD, you could argue that just shows how fickle the world is. Unless you're wearing gold medals, nobody's interested.
I know.
So what you're saying is there's hope. There's hope for me. Right now.
Why not?
With my 12,000 followers on Instagram, there's hope for me. Yeah, okay.
You need to win the gold. You need to win the gold for the country for that.
The only people that can give me a gold medal are the Bharat Army bosses.
You've got that. You've already got that.
I just need golden tickets into the ground. That's what I need. Just very quickly, just your feelings. I know you love all sport as well, and you're obviously a passionate cricket person as well, and commentator and sports person. But what's it feel like for you with all the Olympic success?
So I really love the fact, 7 medals is a good thing, but what I really enjoyed is almost every sport we were competing very close. Like Aditi Ashok missed out, she finished off 4th, which was very commendable. She's 200th ranked in the world. She's ranked 200th in the world, and she finished 4th in Olympics. And that too, it was just so, if you guys watched the match, she was so close from, putting it perfectly. Not only that, even the relay team, men's relay team, we missed out. We finished 4th in the heats, top 3 qualified. We were that close. We've created the Asian record as well. And I feel more than those 7 medals, what's important is we are showing a complete progress. It shouldn't be that we win 7 medals now and next after 4 years of not winning, it'll be, let's say, only half the number of medals. What's good is from last Olympics, this time the overall results have been good. So maybe not in terms of medals, but also in terms of finishing 4th, finishing in top 8, and stuff like that as well.
It makes you just realize actually there's a whole wave of talent coming through, there's skill coming through, there's recognition coming through. So you give it the next couple of big tournaments, and I'm sure that gold tally will be shooting up in numbers. Well, hello and a good evening or a nearly good night to everybody who's watching now in India and around the world. Thank you to our Bharat Army members wherever you are, and just fans of Team India. Hi to Bishal, hi to Vranata as well, who says it's a historic day. It really is. Let's get back to the cricket now. Let's get back to what happened just now. We've just closed play at 52 for 1. India obviously came into bat.
Yeah.
50 for 1. Before we get onto their batting, let's just take a little look at. Look, you can see some of the numbers there and what's happening. Let's take a little look back at the sensational Jasprit Bumrah. Another 5-wicket haul, brilliant. His 6th in only 21 tests. So he's a man on killer fire form right now. What did you see when you watched him play? DD, let me catch up with you first.
First of all, it's a perfect reply to every Jasprit Bumrah critic who are telling that Jasprit Bumrah is finished. He can't bowl in Test. He's just a T20 bowler. You should drop him from the Test squad. It's a fitting reply. And when he took that 4 wickets in the first innings and now 5 in this innings, I was hoping for 1 more wicket so he could have a perfect 10 for in this Test match. But as he took this wicket, and since a lot of people were questioning his place, this one song came in my mind from Gully Boy, like. कौन बोला मुझसे ना हो पाएगा कौन बोला so it's like he's proven his point. And the way he bowled, I mean, obviously England conditions too would obviously favor bowler like Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, we know how Ishant Sharma is a bowler who was made for England. He needs to always perform. I think with this performance of Jasprit Bumrah, the way he has pace and also with his swing, I think he has set up a mark for himself also. And in the coming Test matches, we would expect more performances and much better performances than this from Jasprit Bumrah particularly. So obviously, great performance overall. And also not to forget his 6 with the bat.
Of course.
So he's being all over the place. So that's brilliant.
I don't think we're going to forget that 6 anytime soon, and neither is he as well, and all fans of Bumrah as well. Naresh, he took Broad out, golden duck, big in swinging Yorker. Broad actually jumped back, got his feet out the way. You know, it's that frightening facing our boy Bumrah. That's got to feel great.
Absolutely, and you know, that is what was missing. You know, Bumrah not bowling the right length, or Bumrah not bowling what he's known for, what is lethal Yorkers with the red ball. He's corrected that, and it's good to see that happen in the first Test. He'll be really, you know, the English batters would fear him in the remaining Tests. But it's good to see Bumrah back in form with the ball, because the way he uses the new ball, I don't think India still has anyone to do that. And he has really done that in this second inning. I think a 250 was made a 209 because of the second new ball, the way Bumrah bowled. So I think India is in the game and not chasing a much bigger target after the brilliance of Joe Root, and that's because of the Bumrah's spell with the second new ball.
And I should point out, and a few people are pointing out as well on our message as well. Hi to Pooja, by the way, as well. Hi to Prakash. A lot of Mumbai Indian fans here on the
all of us.
I was just about to mention that, Toby. So there are MI fans perfectly strategically placed after a very good Bumrah special performance over here. Not only that, as MI fans, we don't even know how it is, how scary is Bumrah. I mean, we just know it from our side. But then, so, you know, it's like MS Dhoni at CSK, we know the fear. Like, he's on the crease, oh my God, he can hit really good sixes. But when you're a CSK fan, you wouldn't realize how scary MS Dhoni really is. So, similarly, we don't understand the depth, the amount of fear that other batsmen would be facing, the other fans would be facing when Bumrah's bowling.
Yeah, and we can see Varada is crying there and saying IPL next month.
Yeah, that's an RCB fan, by the way.
Yeah, we don't see that.
Tommy, my favorite part was Bumrah was on a hat trick, and then he did a classic Bumrah no ball. I mean, that's when I knew, oh, that's our Bumrah. He just can't take so many deliveries without a no ball.
But that goes with the field. I mean, because if you're going to play, if you're going to bowl like he's going to bowl, if you're going to give it everything you've got, there is always that danger. It's a bit like when we talk about trying to get the big shots. You know, there's always that danger of having a no ball. But he's just on incredible form. I want to share with you, Kunal and Sanika, the quotes from Budgie. This is a quote from Budgie that he put on his YouTube channel. It says, "Unbelievable bowling from Jasprit Bumrah. A lot was said about him." This is the point that Naresh made and Didi made. A lot was said about him that he isn't in form, that he doesn't swing the ball, and also that he's only a T20 format type player. But don't forget, he is a champion bowler, a proven match winner, says Budgie. His record across all 3 formats is magnificent. He's a big player in bowling as Kohli is in batting.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Kunal Sanika?
Tommy, that's another MI fan greeting. That he's an MI player greeting, so not an MI fan. But then, yeah, I totally agree. And Bumrah is one of the finest. And I take immense pride in knowing that Mumbai Indians was the team that actually scouted a player like Bumrah, and he's making mark in the world right now.
All right. DD, let me ask you this. India's kind of downfall 3 years ago when they came here was their inability to see off the tail when they'd already done really well. They'd already blown away the top and the middle order. But that's not the case now. The finish is there. Well, what are you seeing that's so different from 3 years ago in the way that our boys are playing now?
Well, certainly, because when we know that the previous series in 2018, India had, I think, I don't remember. I think we had lost the series in 2018, previous series.
Yeah.
But what happened after that is a transition of the Indian cricket in Test match. What you see after that, we went on to win series overseas as well, and also we reached the finals of the World Test Championship. So I think the transition has taken place in the Indian team. A lot of new faces which have come in, likes of Washington Sundar who came in. Players like Shardul Thakur and also now Jasprit Bumrah. So a bowling which you would not click in the previous test matches is now clicking. Like for example, if you see in the first innings as well as in the second innings, we always had this problem of we would not be able to clean up the tail of the opponent quickly. After the 7th or the 8th wicket, we would genuinely give around 100 or 80 odd runs to the opposition for free, and people like Anderson or even Broad for that matter would come and score runs. Wagner, Trent Boult. But this time, even though they had someone like Sam Curran batting that deep in their batting lineup, our bowlers managed to wrap up the tail pretty much early, which is why, as Naresh mentioned, that 250, which was looking quite certain that maybe the target would go up to 250 in this test match, has come down to below 210. So that is a big factor, and I would really like to highlight our bowling, how it has improved, and that is one of the reasons why India has been able to, perform much better as compared to what they had done in the previous before the World Test Championship. You can say that.
No, yeah, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right there. And it's just more of a total team. There's been so many occasions in the past where we've had the odd player shining and cutting through, but right now it feels like it's all coming together. Naresh, well, what do you see the differences in our team? And were there any moments for you when you saw England batting that got you a little bit nervous?
Yeah, definitely. Joe Root, a wonderful inning. If he had not got that big 100, I think we would have been chasing, say, 140, 150, because the others, there were some starts, 20-30s were there, but didn't look to match up to the confidence of Joe Root. And when he came into bat, I think it took it upon him. Even in the run rate went up. They continuously scored about 3 runs and over, which was good to look at the way the test match has gone below 3. So that was a point where I felt that the game was going away. The advantage was moving. Day 1 was another good batting day, considering the conditions, which England lost the advantage of getting all out. Day 4, they got that opportunity, and I felt that advantage was going back to them. So from that perspective, I think Indians did well. And this is, again, I think after 2018, where all the Pacers have got 20 wickets in a match. So that's another good achievement, and to get that in the first test of a series really sets up the series very well. Well, yeah, we wait for the result tomorrow, which looks positive towards India, but I think they have set it up very well. They will play the conditions well. I think they have to justify the decision of keeping Ashwin out. So I think it's good. Everything I would say has gone well for India in this test so far. 3, 4, 5. They have to click, and probably tomorrow is the day for them.
Okay. Kunal and Sanika, let me ask you about the other players that we haven't mentioned so much. Obviously, we're seeing, the other day we saw KL do a great job batting. We've seen Bumrah and his bowling and other little partnerships that are working really well. What about people like Siraj, who we've not mentioned too much yet? Well, what do you see with him and also Rishabh Pant as well? I want to know your thoughts on those two.
So starting with Siraj, I think he bowled really well. And again, as we mentioned about this before as well, I remember him being, told a lot 2-3 years back. And from there, he's become one of the highest, not the highest wicket taker, but one of a very reliable bowler in the Indian setup. My favorite part was he was sledging the English batsman. And there's some banter going on between Siraj and Sam Curran as well. And it was really interesting to watch two young players. Both are new in the international circuit, and it was really interesting that they're going to take the legacy forward. There is going to be banter even after 10 years.
Yeah, and after that, Siraj only took his catch.
Yeah,
so that was
So there's a CSK rivalry going on the field. Like it's the Siraj versus Sam Curran.
Yeah, it works though. Clearly, see, the rivalry did work. If later on we get the wicket out of it, we get the catch out of it as well. You're right, and you were going to tell me about Rishabh Pant as well.
Yeah, Rishabh. So again, this innings will be really interesting. I mean, depends. Hopefully, you don't lose wickets and have Rishabh Pant on the crease. Uske pehle khatam ho jaye, hopefully. But if Rishabh Pant comes into bat again, he has to play based on the situation. He can't just go on playing his own brand of cricket. So he somewhat reminds me of Sehwag. I mean, I know Sehwag is far bigger legend, but then match situation ke hisab se khelna chahiye. That's what I believe. And Naresh, want to say something?
No, I was just to add wonderful keeping. Rishabh Pant's keeping needs to be, it needs to be complemented the way he has kept in this inning, especially the moving ball. Just little more effort on building confidence of Virat Kohli on the DRS, because the way it went in the first inning, the second inning was little didn't look good. The DRS decisions which India took, the reviews, but otherwise his keeping has been phenomenal in this test match so far.
That's one of my favorite sight to watch. I mean, as soon as there's an appeal, there's a complete panic in the field going on. Like Virat doesn't know who should I listen to, the bowler.
When that caught behind review was taken by Rishabh Pant, the way he was convincing Virat Kohli, when we are in such difficult situations and we have to make decisions in our life, I want someone like Rishabh Pant to convince me in that minute. So I'm so firm that yes, I'm gonna do exactly this what you are saying. I mean, that was pretty awesome to see that side.
Yeah, you almost need him as your lawyer, as your solicitor.
Exactly.
You're like, no, you didn't do it. I didn't do it. No, you didn't do it. I'm not doing it. Okay, all right. He's convinced me of that. I think what it is, Virat Kohli's now been married for a few years. He's got kids. He's awkward. He doesn't want to question too much. If you're in a married relationship and you question things, you got to back it up. You got to back it up with the facts. And he's probably a little bit nervy, not sure about how he's going to go in. But don't worry, he's got his teammates there. Listen, we got our teammates there. We got our boys, our guys and girls, all down at the ground. Obviously, plays just ended, and we got a lot more playing today than we thought. The weather was so inconsistent. We got a lot more cricket than we thought. This is how the boys were in their spirits once play closed just earlier on, just a few minutes ago.
Good afternoon, good evening in India. End of day 4 from the first test match, Trent Bridge. What an amazing day, guys. What absolute day. Come on, India! Rav, could we have asked for a better day?
Such a great day of entertainment, and then tomorrow 157 runs to win. We're going to do this. We're going to go 1-0 up before we get to Lords.
Listen, it's still a tricky score, right? If they take a couple of early wickets tomorrow, it gets quite tricky. What do you think, Rin?
No, let's not worry about them. They didn't bowl full enough. I think we're going to be alright.
Yeah. What do you think, Sanders? Are we good for tomorrow?
I think we'll be good. I think Pujara is due an innings, right? Yeah. And I think Kohli will come in tomorrow and do the business. So I'm quietly confident we'll win. Yeah.
Let's have a word for Jasprit Bumrah. How amazing was he again?
Jasprit Bumrah, he got 5 wickets last time Trent Bridge was out. He's got 5 wickets again today. He is India's leader. He's the leader of India's attack now. Yeah. He had an indifferent game at Rose Bowl. Fine, it's forgotten. One-off game, but he's a world-class bowler. And he showed that again in the first innings and the second innings. Quality bowler, Jasprit Bumrah.
Unbelievable. Look, join us again tomorrow. Day 5, first test. Come on, India! Come on!
They are so pumped. They are so pumped. Honestly, it's so good when you're at the ground with those guys And it's like that all day. And there's always someone coming up. You're going to go, did you see that? Did you see that? So I'm like, yeah, I'm watching the same game. You don't have to shake me when you do it. But you can see what the energy levels are like. It must have been a great day of cricket. Were you gutted that you can't see a game like that today live in person? Would that just mean the world to you?
Certainly. I mean, any cricket game. I mean, doesn't matter. I mean, as a cricket fan, you want your. I mean, I have never watched an Indian team's match on an away ground. I've always seen in the Indian grounds, but that's a dream. I want to watch an Indian Test match, certainly at England, at Lords, and that's gonna be my dream instead of watching a Test match cricket. But obviously, when you are at an away stadium, it's a different feeling because especially when you are in such a commanding position, because now we have the right, we can talk, shout at the top of our voices in front of the England crowd, and we can say we are bossing the game and it's our time now. So when you are in that position, it's a different feeling that we can have this, as Bharat Army was singing their songs about Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, the feeling of dominating the opposition at their home, and when you are present at the ground, I think that's the best feeling which one can ever face as a cricket fan.
Yeah, I fully agree. Kunal and Sanika, losing KL quite early on. What do you got for 25, 28, something like that in the end? That's, he was a hero 48 hours ago. He was our man, and now where is he? I'm trying to see.
Really, it was really scary sight as an Indian fan. I was more scared when Pujara was almost caught. I mean, after KL's wicket, Pujara was almost caught. Even Rohit Sharma was. They went for a review, which was kind of dumb. I mean, at least on the screen, I couldn't even hear anything, to be honest. But they were very confident.
And we didn't thought we will lose one wicket tonight.
Yeah.
Till tomorrow, we didn't want to lose any wicket.
Yeah, so I didn't want to lose a wicket till we chased down the entire target. But then, before Stumps, I didn't want more than 2 wickets to go. And after Rohit, they were very confident for Rohit's wicket, and they went for a review. I was keeping my fingers crossed. Luckily, it wasn't. And then Pujara went for. We are already concerned about Pujara's form as well, and he went for a weird shot over. Not a weird shot. I think he just got tricked by the bowler as well. It was a good delivery. And he was almost caught, and luckily you're safe. So I was really concerned at that point. So KL and Pujara and Rohit, all 3 of them have given me those close hard attacks over there. And luckily, but I feel they batted really well. Rohit and Pujara on the crease, and 50 plus. They've scored about 50 runs. And so tomorrow's pressure is far too less. And if rain doesn't, again, we're playing in England, so there's a disclaimer. If rain doesn't play a spoil sport, we should be winning the game by the second session itself.
So as per Google prediction, we are already 68. We have 68% chance to win. So fingers crossed.
That's all right. Google never lies. Never doubt the algorithm. That's a fact. Naresh, let's get a final word from you. We're going to go into tomorrow at 52 runs for 1. Good spot to be in. Happy with that? And your predictions for tomorrow, please.
Yeah, good spot to be in. I think good game for KL. I think he's done well to open in this match. More than 100 runs for him in this test. And Pujara got a life of that bat and pad, but he's batting at a strike rate of 92 at this point of time. So that's positive. 12 of 13 balls. But I think India would take this 52 for 1, chasing 209. Nothing to rush about. But again, the first session would be critical, as has always been for India, the importance of the first session. And I don't think weather would be on their mind now, even if there is a stop and start. I think it's the top 5 who should be able to take us home. That should be the aim. Otherwise, there is fun. Yeah.
That's what he's there for. Okay, thank you again to my fans here of the Mumbai Indians and also Team India. No, thank you so much for taking part. Thank you to Vivek and all these lovely comments coming in from Shubham as well and Varnatha as well. Lovely having you guys involved. Keep your comments coming in on our Facebook, on our social media. If you're not already following Bharat Army on social media, go track us down, and we'll be back tomorrow morning just before play starts with what should be the wrap-up, the chance to win it for India. And what a great day for Team India on all fronts. I'm going to dedicate today's show to the one and only Mr. Neeraj Chopra as well. We salute you, sir. We're very proud of you here in the UK and all around the world. Well done, Team India, all round. Thank you, guys. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.